Welcome to Full Frontal. I'm Samantha Bee. We're back in the studio, and that's the only thing that doesn't suck right now, because this sure sucks, and so does this.
The U.S. presidential race is focused tonight on a potentially critical question. Will President Trump accept the election results if he loses?
Oh, come on, the media. Of course he won't. You know how we know that? Because he said so a lot. Trump has cried foul every time he's lost anything. The popular vote, the Iowa caucus, the Emmys, his erection on his wedding night. If Trump loses, he will call it fraud and try to steal the election amid the chaos. We can stop him with a decisive Biden victory, but if Trump wins, legitimately or not, this could be our last free election. And I know you're thinking, democracy has been around forever. It won't suddenly disappear just because we take it for granted. But that's what we said about Tab Cola, and look where we are now. Modern autocrats don't need a violent coup to overthrow democracy. They just get elected and then undermine truth, chip away at institutions, and wear the people down until everyone's too exhausted to fight the constant lying and cheating. Ugh. Just take away our democracy already so I can get back to making YouTube videos of my dog running into saran wrap. Even all the structural unfair advantages Republicans have built for themselves aren't enough for an aspiring authoritarian like Trump. That's why he's trying to use the power of the federal government to tilt the election in his favor. From sabotaging the Postal Service to sending Smokey Bear to maul Democratic voters. Forest fires aren't the only thing he snuffs out. No leader can go full authoritarian without accomplices in the government enabling him. Lucky for Trump, he has toadies like Grumpy Cat tribute artist William Barr. The Attorney General has politicized the Justice Department in appalling ways, including moving to defend the president in a personal lawsuit, dropping criminal charges against a Trump ally, and opening a criminal inquiry into its own Russia investigation. And yet Trump is mad that Barr isn't abusing his power enough.
The president is also reportedly upset with his Attorney General Bill Barr, who has so far bucked the president's public demand to announce some sort of public investigation into his political rival Joe Biden or his son Hunter Biden.
Turns out Barr would do anything for Trump, but he won't do that, which is fitting for a guy who looks like a cross between Meatloaf and Meatloaf. Of all the authoritarian efforts AG Loaf has made to service Trump, perhaps the most disturbing is the use of the DOJ to crush political dissent.
The Attorney General told prosecutors to look into trying to launch sedition charges for protesters or people accused of rioting or looting, and to explore how to bring criminal charges against Democratic Mayor Jenny Durkan of Seattle.
He both wants to punish a political opponent, but he's also punishing for allowing people to basically exercise their constitutional right.
Man, it's amazing how much evil a man wearing a 12-year-old's glasses can spew. There's nothing more American than complaining about America, but Trump has always favored persecuting his opponents, from demanding Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton be jailed to declaring war on properly fitted suits. But the fact that he has an attorney general who might actually follow through is alarming. And it's no coincidence that Barr's recent actions against Black Lives Matter protesters in cities run by Democrats have happened while Trump campaigns on law and order. If voters see cities as anarchist hellscape Antifa orgy riots, Trump is hoping they'll vote for the man pledging to stop them. Barr is also using his position to undermine voting rights and the election itself.
Barr has even been lying about the DOJ's own cases, telling CNN they indicted someone in Texas who collected 1,700 fraudulent ballots, even though federal prosecutors brought no such indictment. His Department of Justice has intervened to make it harder to vote, and Barr is even more vocal about his agenda than the president, running around and spouting completely nutty, dangerous conspiracy theories about voter fraud.
Oh, wait a minute. We just discovered 100,000 ballots. Every vote must be counted. Yeah, but we don't know where these freaking votes came from.
Oh, have you tried checking your mom's butt? Nice. The DOJ has failed to pursue pending court cases against discriminatory voting practices or get involved in any lawsuits that would protect voting rights during the pandemic. Instead, Barr is validating Trump's conspiracy theories, even if it means announcing investigations into suspected voter fraud before the polls close. It goes against a long-standing DOJ policy, and it goes against my plan to vote once as me and once as my alter ego, Chris Gaines. Yes, me and Garth both picked the same alter ego. We broke up because of it. Despite all his disenfranchisement, Trump still needs some people to vote for him. And since Trump's only signature achievements are as disturbing as his actual signature, his agencies are abusing their power to align with his political goals.
A new whistleblower complaint from a former top intelligence official who said the president's appointees to the Department of Homeland Security ordered him to downplay Russian interference on our election and the domestic threat posed by white supremacists.
Brian Murphy says he was told to stop producing intelligence reports on Russian interference in the 2020 election, in part because it, quote, made the president look bad.
They didn't want the president to look bad? Then why didn't they talk to him about dancing at rallies? He looks like he's losing a fight with a ghost. We always knew the risks of electing someone like Trump, but we were told not to panic. America's institutions will protect us. The courts will keep him in check. The Republican Congress will stop him from going too far. But Trump has beat the snot out of our institutions. He's appointed hundreds of judges, including a third of the Supreme Court, and the Republican Congress has only emboldened him. When Trump was impeached over withholding foreign aid to sway the election, the only people who suffered any consequences were the people willing to speak up against him. And Trump has repeatedly pushed out the inspectors general who dare investigate his administration's abuses of power. We haven't seen a Republican treat watchdogs this badly since Mitt Romney. It's okay, the dog thought he was surfing. This is what budding authoritarianism looks like. Trump is trying to break our elections because he's terrified of losing. He's trying to take away your vote so he can have another 4 years to fill the courts with radical judges and limit your rights so it'll be even harder to make your voice heard. But we can stop him. We won the House in 2018 by the largest midterm margin ever, and we can come back even stronger this year because there is power in voting. #PNV. We can save democracy with PNV. And there's not just power in voting, there's progress, prosperity, patriotism, pride. You can fight authoritarianism with multiple P's in V. Just work that PNV until we get what America needs to remain free: unity, trust, and integrity. Oh, all that talking made me thirsty. I gotta get a cranberry juice.